Hi guys, it's Samantha and I am back today to film another new tag video for you guys. I am here today to film the Taylor Swift book tag. I was tagged by Sarah Sunbeams and I will link her channel down below so you guys can go and check her out. So to be perfectly honest, I don't really listen to Taylor Swift, so I have no idea what any of these songs sound like. It's funny because I like country, but I tend to like the country I grew up with and listened to a lot, which would be the early mid-90s country. So I love Alan Jackson, Pam Tillis, Reba McEntire, Alison Krauss, Travis Tritt, John Michael Montgomery, all those guys, which I know a lot of people don't really listen to anymore, but I still do. So I don't listen to a lot of the newer stuff, newer country, but you know, that's okay. This tag is still fun and I really like the questions. So let us do this. The first category is we are never ever getting back together. Pick a book or series that you were pretty sure you were in love with but then wanted to break up with. For this one, I'm going with Divergent. I really liked the first book. The second book was okay, and by the third book I was like, this book series sucks. Which I guess probably might not be too fair to say, but I still like the first one. That's really the only one I like is Divergent. The other two in the series, not so much. So I'm going to have to go with the Divergent series for this one. Number 2, Red. Pick a book with red on the cover. I am choosing Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch. As you can see, not only does it have red in the title, it has red on the cover because things are on fire. Stuff got real in this book, and in this scene in particular. So that's what I choose for red. Number 3, The Best Day. Pick a book that makes you feel nostalgic. I am going with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for this one. I grew up with this book series. I started reading them when only the first 3 books were out and I was 11. I have said this many times in my videos. But if I had to choose a book series that makes me feel nostalgic and think about my childhood, it was going to be Harry Potter. I adored this series and I still do. Number 4, Love Story. Pick a book with forbidden love. For this one, I am choosing Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier. In this book story, this young Irish girl, the daughter of an Irish chieftain, ends up ultimately falling in love with an English nobleman. Yeah, wasn't going to go over so well. She knew she shouldn't fall in love, not only because of the task that was set in front of her that required her to focus all of her attention on it to save her brothers, but also she's Irish, he was English, and there was a lot of English-Irish tension going on in this book, as there of course was in real life. So that was the book I chose for Forbidden Love. Number 5, I Knew You Were Trouble. Pick a book with a bad character you couldn't help but love. For this one, I am choosing Prince of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. In this book series, the main character, George, I don't know how to say his name. Somebody told me once and I've since forgotten, which makes me feel like a bit of a jerk, but I have a horrible memory, so sorry. Anyway, is the main character in this book. He is something of an anti-hero. He is pretty much a jerk. He's selfish, conniving, evil, as Merlin would call him, clotpole. But towards the end of the book, you start to feel a little bit of empathy with him because it becomes clear why he is the way he is, and he is struggling against that. So you can't help but kind of root for him and hope that things go well for him, even though he is a bit of a jackwagon. Number 6, Innocent. Pick a book that someone ruined the ending for. So to be honest, when I was looking at this question, I could not think of a book at all because a lot of the people I know don't read the same books as me, and I recently started Booktube and people are pretty good about keeping spoilers out of their videos, so I'm going to have to go with Holes for this one. I am choosing Holes because I watched the movie before I read the book. So I knew before reading the book how it was going to end, and that's the closest thing I could come up with for someone who ruined a book for me. It was Hollywood. Way to go, Hollywood. Number 7, Everything Has Changed. Pick a character from a book who goes through extensive character development. For this question, or category, I am choosing Girl of Fire and Thorns by Rae Carson. The character progression that Alyssa goes through throughout this book is amazing, and I absolutely loved it. She goes from this shy, awkward, really self-deprecating character to this strong, independent woman by the end of the book, and I loved that about her. Just her character growth was amazing. From start to finish, she was pretty much like a whole new person, and I just thought that Rae Carson did a very, very good job in developing that character. You Belong With Me. Pick your most anticipated book release. Question number 9. Forever and Always. Pick your favorite book couple. For this question, I'm going to have to go with Eleanor and Edward from Sense and Sensibility. I love their love story. You can't help but root for them the whole book, and there is a little bit of suspense in that story, as much as Jane Austen can have suspense in her stories, whether or not they'll end up together. And they're just really, really sweet, and I liked those two characters together. So that is my perfect couple. Question number 10. Come Back, Be Here. Pick the book you would least like to lend out for fear of missing it too much. For this question, I'm going to have to go with Doctor Who, The Vault. I love this book. I have actually read all of it. It has a ton of really interesting facts on the 50 years of Doctor Who. It's full of really, really cool stuff, and I love it. And it's just beautiful hardcover. It's part of their 50th anniversary year, and I probably will never lend this out because I love this thing so much. And I don't want anything to happen to it because it's such a gorgeous book. Not gonna lie. Number 11. Teardrops on My Guitar. Pick a book that made you cry a lot. I don't cry very often at books, but there is one book that always sticks out in my mind. This one I'm going with Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I think we all know what I'm talking about. The moment when Sirius Black died, he was my favorite character. I have said this many, many times. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about it. But it made me cry because I love Sirius Black, and I still, to this day, cannot believe that she killed him off. Why, J.K. Rowling, why? Number 12. Shake It Off. Pick a book that you love so much you just shake off the haters. For this guy, I'm going with Theft of Swords by Michael J. Sullivan. I don't actually know of any haters about this book series, but I love it. It is the first in the Ray Revelations series. I don't really know anybody else aside from my mom and one of my friends, Amy, who has read this book series because I got them to read it because it's good. It's really good. So I don't really know of any haters, and there shouldn't be because it's awesome. But if there are, I will shake them off because I love this book series. I do know that Michael from Bitten by a Radioactive Book and Brock from Let's Read will be reading it soon. I know at least that Brock has bought it. I don't really know when he tends to read it. When are you going to read it, Brock? I want to know this. And I know Michael said he's going to be reading it soon, so I can't wait to see what they think. And I told them that it's going to be awkward if they read it and they hate it because I've gushed about it so much. But I don't care. I'm still going to love it because I think it's just great. And that's all that matters, really, isn't it? As long as you enjoy the book that you love, that's all that matters. Alright guys, that is the Taylor Swift book tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have read any of these lovely books and what your thoughts were on them. I don't know who I'm going to tag for this one, so just look down in the little description box to see if you are tagged. And thank you so much for watching, and as always guys, happy reading, and bye! This tag for the...
I don't know what to do because I can't talk today. I can't speak English. Ugh.
What am I doing? I have no idea. What? The AG double hockey sticks is the matter with me today. This is why I should not film videos in the evening because I cannot process a thought. I am choosing Prince of Thorns by whom? Hi guys, it's Sam, and I am back today with another tag video. Today I'm going to be doing the Booktuber TMI tag. Alright, so, as I said, I will be doing the Booktuber TMI tag, and apparently will be assisted by Miss